안녕하세요, 여러분. Welcome to my next YouTube video. In this video, we're going to look at the future tense. 그럼 시작할까요? Okay, so I've covered previously present and past tense. So today we're going to look at future tense. So looking at the conjugation, you've got 가다, to go, in its dictionary form. And in a present tense is 가요. Past tense is 갔어요. And future tense is 갈 거예요. Now, if you notice here, the present and past tense, we combine the vowels and then just add 요 at the end there. So 가요, 가요, 갔어요, 갔어요, 갔어요. So we're combining the vowels. And what happens with the future tense is that we just add the consonant. So either rir or at the end. And those kind of conjugations may be a little bit more straightforward because all you do is drop ta and then add the one real at the bottom or next to it. Whereas with past and present, you have to think about combining the vowels. If you're not sure what I mean, then check out my present and past tense videos. But those are the two types of conjugations you will have. So either the vowel combination conjugation or just adding the consonant conjugation. Knowing the difference that there are two main conjugation types can really make a difference in your Korean journey. Okay, so looking at the formula, we've got verb stem plus rir or 거예요. And so what you do, what all the conjugations start with, is you take the verb that you want to conjugate. So we've got 가다 here, and you drop the ta. Okay, we're always dropping the ta and having a verb stem. So ka is the verb stem, and then you add the appropriate ending. So the rules for this particular grammar are that if the verb stem ends with a vowel, meaning it doesn't have the final 받침, so there is space at the bottom of that verb stem, you just add rir and 거예요. Okay, if the verb stem ends with a consonant, so there is no more space, you have to add another syllable, which is and then add 거예요. And if the verb stem ends with a consonant rir, then we're just adding 거예요. So looking at our examples, we have 가다 first. So 가다, you drop the ta. Then there is a space at the bottom, so you're just adding rir, 거예요, and it becomes 갈 거예요. 잡다, to catch. 잡 ends in a consonant, ends in a final 받침. So there is no more space. You have to add the whole and it becomes 잡을 거예요. 잡을 거예요. Next up is 먹다. 먹, again, no space, no more space. So we're adding 거예요, becomes 먹을 거예요. 사다, to buy. 사, there is a space, so you're just adding rir and it becomes 살 거예요. 하다, to do. Again, we've got ha as the verb stem. It has a space, so we're adding rir and it becomes 할 거예요. And 공부하다, to study. Again, that's one of the 하다 verbs, so there is a space at the bottom, so you're just adding rir, 거예요, and it becomes 공부할 거예요. Okay, more examples. So 자다, to sleep. 자 ends in a vowel, so there is a space, so we're adding rir, 거예요, so it becomes 잘 거예요. 오다, to come. Again, the verb stem ends in o, there is a space at the bottom, so you're adding rir and then 거예요, becomes 올 거예요. 살다, to live, so this one ends in rir. And remember the third rule, so if the verb stem ends with the rir, with the l sound, then we're just adding 거예요, so it becomes 살 거예요. 가르치다, to teach. 가르치 is our verb stem. There is a space at the bottom, so it becomes 가르칠 거예요. And 사다, to buy. We've got 사, and then there is a space, so it becomes 살 거예요. Next up, we have 만들다, to make. 만들 is the verb stem. It ends in the rir, so the third rule applies. We're just adding 거예요, and it becomes 만들 거예요. 만나다, to meet. 만나 is our verb stem. We're adding rir 거예요 because 만나 doesn't end in 받침, so there is a space. 만날 거예요. 끓이다, to boil. 끓이 is our verb stem. There is a space, so it becomes 끓일 거예요. And 그만두다, to stop. 그만두 is our verb stem. There is a space, so it becomes 그만둘 거예요. Okay, now pause your video and try to conjugate these 3 verbs into the future tense. And the answers are, so 찾다 is to find, 찾 is our verb stem, ends in a consonant, therefore we're adding 을 거예요, and it becomes 찾을 거예요. 생각하다, to think, 생각하 is our verb stem, there is a space at the bottom, so it becomes 생각할 거예요. And 마시다, to drink, 마시 is our verb stem, ends in a vowel, there is a space, so it becomes 마실 거예요. Comment below how many you got correct. Another practice, so you can pause your video and try to complete these sentences, and then we will break them down in the next slide. Alright, so let's have a look. I have added the particles to these sentences. If you are not sure why I added these, then check out my other videos. I explain topic, subject, and object marking particles. But the first sentence is 저녁을 먹을 거예요. So 먹을 거예요 is the correct conjugation of the verb to eat, 먹다. And because you're eating dinner, dinner is your object of the sentence, so we're adding the 을 particle, so it's 저녁을. The next sentence is 내일 갈 거예요. I will go tomorrow. 내일, tomorrow, 갈 거예요. So 가다 verb conjugates to 갈 거예요. 엄마를 만날 거예요. I will meet mom. So here 만나다, verb to meet, gets conjugated to 만날 거예요. And 엄마 is the object of the sentence because who you're going to meet? Mom. So 엄마를. Okay, the next one is 여행 갈 거예요. So I will go on a trip. The verb there is to go. So it's 가다. So 갈 거예요 in the future tense. 일찍 잘 거예요. I will sleep early. 일찍 is early, and 자다 is the verb to sleep, so 잘 거예요 in the future tense. And 영화를 볼 거예요. I will watch a movie. So 보다 is the verb to see or to watch, and so that gets conjugated to 볼 거예요. And 영화 is a movie, it's the object of the sentence, and so we're adding the object marking particle. 영화를 볼 거예요. So in my previous video, I have mentioned that I don't add 저 in these sentences, right? All of the sentences here are missing I in Korean, which would be 저. So like 저 저녁을 먹을 거예요, etc., right? But oftentimes it gets dropped, especially in speaking. And so I tend to try to teach it this style because it's so much common that the subject of the sentence just gets dropped, especially if you're talking about yourself. But obviously, for if you want like a proper full grammar, then it would be 저 저녁을 먹을 거예요. 저 내일 갈 거예요. 저 엄마를 만날 거예요. 저 여행 갈 거예요. 저 일찍 잘 거예요. And 저 영화를 볼 거예요. But because it is so often dropped, and majority of you, I believe, are learning not to speak properly grammatically correct, but speak like Koreans, which is why I tend to teach it this style, because it makes you sound more natural, especially if you're going to be all the time saying 저. It might make you sound way too unnatural if every single sentence of yours is going to start with 저, okay? Alright, and that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please, if you liked the video, then like, subscribe, and leave a comment because it really supports my channel, and I will see you in the next one. 다음에 또 봐요!